Hello guys, and welcome back for another video on what I've got recently. And I apologize for not having a updated video, but the simple reason is I haven't picked anything up. So I'm not the type of guy who's just gonna buy movies just for the sake of buying them so I can make a video. So I've kind of changed my idea of what I want to get, because before I was just buying anything horror whatsoever and just putting it on the shelf. And I kind of realized that that's probably not a good thing to do. You know, if you're a heavy collector and just want to see your shelves full of items, you know, I guess that's a cool thing to do. But for me, one reason, we have a small house and I just don't have the room to store that many movies. And probably I'll watch them one time and never watch them again, so what's the point of owning them? So I've really focused my collecting on things that I truly want, and things that I'm really interested in. For example, the Arrow titles and also the classic Japanese cinema stuff. So I just haven't got anything recently, and so I have not made a video, but I've got some items now where I thought that I have enough to make a good 15-20 minute video. So here we are, and let's get started on what I've picked up. So first off, recently I showcased where I got the Arrow's American Horror Project, and one of the movies on that American Horror Project was called Carnival of Blood, I think it was, or Carnival of Blood, but it was Malatesta's Carnival of Blood. Now, a long time ago when I was a child, I went to a double feature at the movie theater of a movie called Carnival of Blood, and I thought that was going to be the one that I saw, and it turned out that it wasn't. And thanks to my brother, he kind of confirmed that and says, no, that's not what we went and saw at the movie theater. And the reason that I was interested in this movie is because I remember as a child when I watched this movie, it like really shocked me, and I had a really queasy, uneasy feeling after I watched this movie. So I remembered the feeling that it gave me, and I wanted to watch it again now and see, you know, what it was all about, because I haven't watched it since then, and see, you know, why it created that impression in me. So recently my brother told me the correct version of that, and thanks Mike for telling me that, and that's exactly what I got ordered, and it was really cheap on Amazon. And this is a double feature of Carnival of Blood and The Curse of the Headless Horseman. Now, Carnival of Blood was filmed or released in 1970, and it was a film about a psychopathic killer at a carnival, of course, who chose his victims using a carousel. And then he would in turn murder and dismember them. So looking forward to revisiting this again. I have not watched it yet, but probably it will not be that big of a deal now to me, because the way things have progressed in special effects and stories and horror movies and everything, I'll probably, after I watch it this second time, I'll probably wonder, why was I so shocked about it? But age has a lot to do with that too, you know. The other movie that comes on this double feature is Curse of the Headless Horseman. It was filmed in 1972 about this guy that inherits this ghost town from his uncle. He takes his fiancée and a group of his hippie friends to check it out, and from the title, Curse of the Headless Horseman, you can pretty much figure out what happens from there. So, really happy to have this again. The inside disc has the same cover art as it is on the front here. Comes with a little card here with the chapter titles and stuff like that. Nothing on the back of that, but a little bit of artwork on that, so you can check that out there. But yeah, really looking forward to revisiting this one and seeing what the big deal was the first time I saw it. So kind of cool. The next thing I got was some titles from a company that I'm really becoming very fond of, and that's Eureka, and specifically among their Masters of Cinema collection. So I've got a couple of those already, and they had an Easter sale at half price and free shipping worldwide, so I jumped on that advantage, because shipping here to Japan is so damn expensive that I have to really be careful of who I order from, because a lot of times the item I'm ordering is, say, $5 and the shipping is $10. So yeah, I don't go for things like that. So this was a great deal for me. They probably took it in the pocket, but you know what? I got a good deal. So the first one I got is part of my Japanese love of old cinema, and this film is Harakiri, which also kind of a secondary title called Seppuku, which means to commit suicide the samurai way by disemboweling yourself. And this film was made in 1962, so it is a black and white film, Japanese samurai movie, which takes place in the 17th century. And the warrior clans are basically breaking up, and you have thousands of samurais that are out of work. And back then, the honorable thing to do was to commit ritual suicide, to go out in honor, not to die as an old man. So this samurai basically he requests admittance into this feudal warrior's compound to do the honorable seppuku. When in turn he finds out a plot, conspiracy plot having to do with his son-in-law, and it basically starts a revenge scenario. So really awesome to have this. Is a very classic movie. If you guys have not gotten any Eureka titles, I highly encourage you to check them out, because their releases are along the lines of Arrow and Criterion. Just excellent work goes into releasing these titles. So I'll give you a look inside. It comes with the Blu-ray version and the DVD version. The artwork is basically the same thing on the two discs, but they're different colors. And those two right there. Eureka always comes with a nice little booklet like Arrow does, which tells about the movie. Got some cool photos from the film itself. Tells about the director, and awesome. But look at the cinematography that you're going to be expecting from this movie. Just totally freaking amazing. Special features. Gives you a glimpse of old time Japan. Picture there. Let me see here. There's that. Just a really big Kobayashi, the director there, and his thoughts on this film. Quite a big book that comes in this. So about a 27-page booklet. On the inside here, it has some back art. Not really a reversible cover, but nonetheless, some art there. I think you can see that pretty well. So kind of nice. You could turn that around if you wanted to. It's got the chapter titles on it and some old artwork from the movie, so that would kind of be cool on the outside. But this outside art is really cool too. So good on you, Eureka. I really appreciate what you do. Nice release. The next one I got was another one from Eureka. Actually, I got 4 titles total from Eureka for their Easter sale. The next one also is a Japanese old cinema, and it's called Youth of the Beast. This is a 1963 film by Seijun Suzuki, and it's about this basically this tough guy, you know, kind of a gangster type, not in any formal gang, but just a tough guy, and he has this secret agenda, which I'm not going to reveal about it because, you know, I want you guys to get it and check it out. But anyway, his violent behavior kind of gets the attention of this Yakuza, which is the mafia here in Japan, boss, and this Yakuza boss recruits him, and a gang war breaks out, and the conspiracy behind this guy kind of unfolds. But really awesome. Just having these classic titles in my collection is just amazing. I'm just so happy to have this. Again, Eureka, just a great release. Got the DVD and the Blu-ray, and they're kind of plain. They got some little colors on them, but you know, nothing special there. Also, the booklet. There's the director. Oh, that's probably not going to show up. It's green. My green screen will probably take that completely out. Really, I love these colors in this. That probably might not show up too, but we'll see. We'll give it a go. Here's some original movie art, maybe the poster. Another one there. Another one there. Love this art style. This I don't like the green against the green screen, but just it's so 70s. I mean, yeah, this was filmed in '63, but I mean, from American 70s, that looks like American 70s stuff. Awesome. Love the pinks and the reds and how they're doing that with the artwork. It's just really cool. So that, and another one there. Some more artwork there. There's our protagonist with a gun in his back. Wow, look at this picture. So cool. So cool. And looks like a strip club dance scene there. But there you are, another what, 20... Well, my eyes are so bad. 30-page booklet there, 32-page booklet, and artwork on the back of that. Again, not really a reversible. Actually, this could be a reversible cover, an original reversible cover. But you got your chapter titles kind of on the second page there. On the first page, it's that pastel washed out watercolor type cover, which I think is just totally amazing, and I really love this one. I think better than I like Eureka's new title. But yeah, you know what? You can rock one of them for a while, or you can rock the other, whichever one that you prefer, and you don't have to choose, because you can always go back to the other one if you want to. So there you are, Youth of the Beast, another amazing Eureka title, which I am so happy to have. Next one, another Eureka title, which I am really so happy to have this, because I seen this movie originally, and that was 1976. I guess you could consider it a horror movie, because it is a killer type movie, and that is The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And this movie was amazing when I first saw it, and it was really creepy and scary. Not really creepy, but scary, suspenseful, scary. And The Town That Dreaded Sundown is a movie about this Texas Ranger who is tasked with trying to find this hooded serial killer that is terrorizing the residents of this small town called Texarkana, which basically sits right on the border of Texas and Arkansas. And this movie is based on a true story, actually. So that's another cool thing about it, is you can think some of these things in this movie. It's probably loosely based on the original story, but this thing did happen with this guy with this mask. So The Town That Dreaded Sundown, really, really happy to have this, because this is a blast from the past. Something that, you know, brings back those childhood memories. The booklet, again, the guy with the mask here. There he is. There's the Texas Ranger that is tasked with finding this dude. This is creepy. Busting through a screen door. It's one of the victims, or would-be victims. The killer. It's a cool shot of the killer running in front of a train. And that's it. Well, I cannot see that number. It is so small. Yes, I'm old and I have short vision. 19-page booklet. This booklet is quite shorter than the other ones. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. And inside, you have a reversible cover. And I will just pull it out to show you. There's the reversible cover for that one. You can actually turn that one around. Also comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD version, done up in Eureka's awesome gloriness. If you guys are big Arrow fans, you should do yourself a favor and check out Eureka, because they are top-notch releases. Last one I got, not last one, but the last Eureka title I got was a horror, also a horror movie. And Eureka had a list of the titles that were on sale. It wasn't their whole selection that was on sale. It was only some titles. So I picked out the ones that I probably would like to have the most. And the last one I got is called The Other. Okay? And The Other is about these twins who are 12 years old, and their grandmother is taking care of them on this Connecticut farm. Some accidents start happening around the farm, unexplained accidents, and the one twin starts to think it's his brother that's doing it, and the grandmother also starts to think that his brother is the one that's behind these accidents. So you got this kind of good son, evil son type thing that's going on. But The Other, awesome to have this. I've never seen this show before, but it seemed cool. And everything that Eureka chooses to put out is a classic. And if you look on IMDb, it's probably got 7 stars and above. So this is a very high-rated movie. I'm looking forward to seeing this one. The back cover there. And inside, of course, the DVD and the Blu-ray. And our nice booklet here. The Other. I guess that's one of the boys there, and also one of the boys. Now, I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on this to see if there were actual twins that made this movie, or if it was the same kid that played both. There's the kid and his grandmother, it looks like. Here is, looks like the boy doing magic tricks but terrorizing his grandmother. Kind of a bokeh type surreal picture there with the boy. Another scene from the movie there. Kind of reminds me of the movie The Bad Seed. This black and white artwork is so cool. Really digging that. And that's that. And that's a 36-page booklet. Quite a large booklet there. And let me see here. We got some reversible art on this one also, or reversible covers. And there's the other side, which I think I like that one a little bit better than Eureka's version of it there. But hey, you know what? Like I said before, whatever suits your fancy, you can just turn them around for 1 month and try it the other way, and whichever ones you like. Also the Blu-ray and the DVD, which is one's yellow, one's black. And that is it for the Eureka titles. The last thing I got was my favorite company, which is Arrow, and is a steelbook. Arrow announced that this thing had not been released yet, but they were down to about 25% stock left. So I jumped on it so that it would not, so I'd get it before it sold out, which it did, as Arrow's stuff often do. And that is the steelbook of Audition. Totally amazing with the Arrow goodness that they normally have. Nice steelbook here. Open it up. You got the art card with a lot of the Arrow releases that they usually do. And first, let me tell you about this movie. This is a 1999 Japanese horror type movie. It is kind of considered horror, and it is filmed by the director Takashi Miike, which is very famous here for doing horror movies. If you guys seen stuff like Ichi the Killer and stuff like that, he's the one that did that stuff. This movie is about this guy who has lost his wife. He's kind of grieving, raising his son on his own. And then about 7 years later, his son, suggests to him, "Why don't you get remarried?" So he thinks that's probably a pretty good idea, but very shy guy, has a hard time approaching women. So he hires this director friend of his to hold these fake movie auditions, which is kind of a way to help him single out a lady that he likes. So this one that he picks, which is this lady named Isami, turns out not to be what he thought she was. So anything from Takashi Miike is going to be gory and shocking. So really happy to have this Arrow goodness as always. Inside we have 2 discs, Blu-ray, DVD, the booklet as always, and which is the front here. Here we are. Someone at the piano. Art style amazing. This movie got really high reviews. Looks like probably that's Isami at the audition. She thinks she's getting a chance at being in a movie. A head. You can kind of assume probably whose head that is. So there's the booklet on that. The art behind the disc, let me show you that. Since it's a steel book, I cannot reverse that, so we'll just take out the discs and let you take a look at that, if I can get them out. There we are. Probably 2 pictures of Isami there. Really amazing to have this. Just trying to get Arrow's steel books is a chore, and some of the older versions you might as well give up on because they're going for an arm and a leg. But another awesome Arrow addition to my collection. Amazing to have. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I think I got some really cool titles. I'd much rather give you a video once a month that has some really quality titles than to give you a movie once a week that has sci-fi, made for sci-fi movies that I probably won't ever watch 2 times. So this is much better, especially for you collectors and stuff, to see the quality of the Arrow and stuff like Eureka puts out. So guys, really, really highly recommend check out Eureka. If you don't know anything about Arrow, wow, you are behind the 8 ball there. So check those out, and thank you so much for joining me on another episode. And if you like the the video here, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, and please tell me why so I can try to fix things. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and you can get the video straight to your inbox. And I want to thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Take care, guys.